Yeah, well, it may be cold outside, but I can tell you for sure you can still plant all year long. It doesn't matter. So Frank's here to tell us about some of the coolest indoor farms that are around the world.
Yeah, so food sustainability is something we've been talking about. So they're always looking for solutions now, how to increase the amount of food that we can grow 365 days a year. Okay, the winter does produce some limitations. The biggest limitation, of course, is daylight hours. So if you take a look at this right here, this is in Tokyo. I can't even say the name, but that's the
Shimamura.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what they've done is they've taken a semiconductor plant that was actually decommissioned and then transformed it into an indoor farm that produces 10,000 heads of lettuce a day by using LED lighting. And this is a project that they did with General Electric. Unbelievable the results that it's producing, and that's about 100 times more than what it would do in a traditional space.
10,000 heads of lettuce per day.
Per day, yes, indeed. So that was just an unused space that they converted. This is also in Japan as well, and this is an indoor rice field. And this is by Persona 02. This is a company that does many innovations that is in indoor growing, but you can see the production of rice, and of course what it is all about is lighting. Lighting is so key. If you're going to be growing, you're going to need lights. Farmed here, Chicago. This is a facility in Chicago where they've taken an industrial plant, converted it over to grow many greens. You're going to find that growing indoors during the limited daylight hours, the best thing that you can grow is green. So things like leaf lettuce, and then all the way through to some of the things like romaine and things like that as well. Then we take a look over towards Lufa Farms. This is in Montreal. Very cool, where they're taking rooftops and building greenhouses on the top of industrial buildings.
Good use of space.
Good use of space. This is a look inside it as well. And they have a program where you can actually buy on a weekly level, where you can get packages of food, and they're delivered through select areas through the city of Montreal. Now they're trying to expand. I think there's some talk that they would expand here into Toronto as well. And what's really, really cool is what's happening in the GTA, and this is just happening in Mississauga, which is called Aqua Greens.
Very cool. And
So
what are they growing here?
With Aqua Greens, what they're doing is what's called aquaculture, okay? And what that means is it's aquaponics. It's using fish and plants together. So this vat that we have right below us here is where the fish are. What they'll do is they'll go to the bathroom, and then the fish will actually be able to feed the plants. But often you'll be growing the plants right on top of the fish so that the fish can also eat the roots of the plants. So it's a whole locked-in area. You can see right there. Generally what you're going to be growing is when you're going to be doing aquaponics is you'll be growing tilapia on the bottom, leafy greens on the top, and using lighting at the same time. There's your current conditions, by the way, but I have one more picture there just to show you. I'm like, wow, there's a look at your current conditions.
It's minus 14 in Timmins, just in case.
Yeah, one more picture.
minus 15.
One more picture to show you. There's a look at the greens. So Aqua Greens, you're starting to see this in some select retailers right across the city of Toronto that are going to be carrying Aqua Greens. So just to let people know that there is an ability to grow all year long indoors, but it all comes down to growing under lights. Coming up tomorrow, what we're going to do is we're going to go on top of roofs, and I'm going to show you some of the coolest rooftop projects around the world. And this is just all a look towards how we can evolve and grow food in better ways in cities right across the entire globe.
Right, and get around those limitations that, we have during the winter months. It doesn't mean that everything stops, it still grows.
And by 2050, we have to double our food production to support the amount of population we will have in the world. So these are discussions that are going to be happening. And if you're an innovator in the world of food, congrats on you. There's lots of work to be done.
All right, perfect. We're heading to break here on BT. More Breakfast Television when we come back. Stay with us.